Hello everyone, and welcome, finally, I'm super excited to play this, to Tales from Candlekeep, Tomb of Annihilation. Let's get straight into this. I haven't touched the game at all yet, so slot 1, new game. We are lucky that you are here. I sense within you the spirit of a great adventurer who might be able to help us in our most desperate hour of need. A terrible death curse, a wasting disease afflicting everyone who has been raised from the dead, is looming over the lands of Toril. The source of this curse has been traced back to the peninsula of Chult. Will you help us put a stop to this malign evil or malignant? If so, I will be your guide throughout your adventures to find a way to clear the evil from our jungles. Be on your guard, for I fear this journey will be your most perilous one. Port Nyanzaru awaits. Eku, start the adventure. Familiar with the adventure system? Returning to Tales from Candlekeep? Let's do the tutorial, because I may as well show it off. And we'll be doing like lots of little videos in this, so let's make this video the tutorial. Ah, right, I have to click it. Tutorial test or quest. I can read, don't worry. Before jumping straight into the adventure, you will need to learn the basics of the game. So, normal, can't pick hard or horrific, because it's a tutorial. Complete the tutorial, 3 treasure, 100 gold, 10 XP. Let's get right in. Jump straight into that mouth. When you see this icon, don't turn off the computer or quit the game, because that's the loading symbol. Do. So yes, I'm a huge fan of the board game system, and I've been closely watching this game. Tutorial. Welcome to Tales from Candlekeep. Here, you will learn the basics of the game and face your first challenge. Once you're ready, press confirm to proceed with the tutorial. We have with us Artist and Dragonbait. This is the phase in which... Hero phase. This is the phase in which heroes are able to move through the area and use their attack abilities against the monsters encountered along the way. Once you've finished all these steps in your hero phase, your exploration phase begins. Your hero may move and perform one of the following actions: move, attack, disarm trap, or others. Your hero can move either before or after performing an action. Your movement stat value shows how many squares your hero can move. Currently, Artist can move 6. So, it wants us to move there, let's move there. Next phase. At any moment during the hero phase, you can end your hero's turn either by hitting the spacebar or clicking on the next phase icon. Let's hit the spacebar, why not? I'll be probably clicking, but may as well hit it once. Exploration phase. This is the phase where your heroes discover and add new tiles. To discover a new tile, your hero must be standing on the edge of a tile in which the exploration phase is triggered. So here you can see there's 4 edges. The other ones at the top right don't count, because I just realised I probably don't have the mouse on for this, so I'm going to have to put that on for the next video. Anywho. Monster control. The hero who discovered a tile with a monster on it controls that monster. A controlled monster only plays during the villain phase of a hero who controls it. With the exception that monsters with the same name activate together regardless of who controls them. Monster control. Click on the portrait to the right side of the HUD to consult a hero or a monster, so you can look at their stats, basically, is what that was trying to say. This is the phase in which monsters and villains activate. The order in which all enemies activate is visible in 2 places. In the initiative timeline on the right hand side, as I showed you, or inside the diamond over the enemy's head. Villain phase. So that would go in for the attack, but missed. Dragonbait's turn. I wouldn't necessarily do that. I would move Dragon Bait to here. So move, you can move 5, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to move there, because then I can explore and attack. But I'll do what the devil is telling me. Combat. To attack an enemy, you must use your hero powers. Or hero's powers. I can't tell if that's a symbol or if that's something in the background. At-will powers can be used at every turn and cost an action point. Daily powers almost always use an action point and can only be used once per quest. Utility powers usually don't require an action point and can be only used once per quest. Some items and powers can recharge daily, and utility powers can recharge daily and utility powers that were used. So that's Holy Avenger to attack. Can't show you those yet, so sure, combat. Let's attack with the Holy Avenger. Dragon Bait Sword is a powerful magical weapon that causes great damage to unnatural foes. +1 against undead demons, so that's a +10, unless that's +1 to damage, in which that's a 2. So let's go for it. Yep, +1 to damage. No exploration. Zabor Mushroom Spores. Each hero on the active hero's tile gains disadvantage. Encounters. Encounters are dangerous threats to the heroes, but can be beneficial in some very rare occurrences. There are 2 ways for an encounter to happen. When a hero does not discover a new tile, as with the case of Dragon Bait there, and when a hero discovers a challenging tile, which in the game would have a black triangle, or the board game I should say. Encounters can be interrupted by using adrenaline powers or items. So it wants us to interrupt that. Fair enough. And you get adrenaline by beating enemies, as it's telling me now. Adrenaline Rush. Temporary stat boost. You earn adrenaline by killing monsters. The gorge is shared by the entire party and can only be triggered at one of the tiers of the gorge. Each bar equals 1 turn of boost. Sure, boost all stats. It's for 2 turns, so 15, 8, 6, 4. 16, 8, 8, 5. So you notice that they all went up there. And it wants us to move to here. And we can explore. Traps. You can disarm traps by clicking on them if your hero is adjacent. However, doing so costs an action point. No villains, so go straight to Dragon Bait, who is obviously going to attempt to disarm the trap. And we succeed. Tutorial completed. Great job. You've completed the tutorial. With everything you've learned, you can now complete the quest. Follow the objectives in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. No exploration. Spell Strike. A random spell is cast on the tile of the active hero. No skill available to interrupt encounter, because we used that ability on him. Ow! So that would be like a meteor storm. Delayed blast fireball. So it was a delayed blast fireball that immediately activated. Alright, so let's move Artist to... Oh, let's move the map. Move you to here. And end. Oh, we've trapped Dragon Bait in there a bit. Let's see. We'll double move to there. So one of the things that you can do is, instead of going adjacent and trying to disarm the trap, you can just run straight into it. So if we did this, we'd be moving, disarming, that would take all our actions. If we do this, we can double, well, we'd be double moving anyway, so we couldn't. Triggered. We triggered the trap, but it was empty. So that means we can explore and get ourselves, a challenging tile with a veg pygmy on it. A poison dart. Attack and stun the active hero. Ugh. 2 damage and stunned. Villain phase. It missed. So it is Artus's turn. Okay, what's our current? Defeat 5 monsters. So, for you. Let's move Artus that way. Encounter. Wait, what? Each hero adjacent to an ambush site takes damage. Huh, that's odd. I must have accidentally hit skip. My apologies. At the start of Dragonbait's hero phase, you may end one condition on Dragonbait before it activates and stunned. So, well, we may as well attack. So let's see. Holy Avengers +9 and Swift Strikes. So that's 2 attacks, but it's only a +4. Well, we do need to do 2 damage, so that seems possibly worthwhile. Last stand, digging deep, Dragonbait refuses to fall, so he gains an HP instead of using a healing surge. Healing surges are what you use when you go down to 0 health. And I've just got a pop-up for Dropbox. I don't care, Dropbox. And then that went terribly. Hopefully that's all fine. Okay, so going back, healing surges are what you use when you go down to 0. You get back up and you get your surge value, which in this case is 5. Shen state, Dragonbait enters a unique meditative state, allowing him to sense those who mean him harm, prevent the next monster spawn from happening. Does not work on villains. Blessed Strike, Fortune smiles upon Dragonbait and his allies as he moves to attack. All heroes on Dragonbait's tail gain advantage before the attack, so that's not worth doing now. And we have 2 potions of healing, so let's try for Swift Strike. See if we can take this guy out. Nice! Okay. Did we not get treasure for that? Let's move as well. And end. Challenging tile. Oh, maybe we're not getting treasure because it's the tutorial. Well, I can check all that. So, challenging tile. Spawn a new monster on the closest empty ambush site. Is that an ambush site? Ha! You missed! Alright, so let's try this again. So I must have accidentally hit that without thinking. Okay, so we have a +6, 1 damage. Well, we need to do 2. But on this one, you can recharge one of Artus's utility powers, which are these 2. Let's see. Attack one monster within 2 tiles, so that's his ranged one, so he can't do 2 damage right now. Lightning reflexes. Artus's lightning fast reaction speed allows him to press his attack. He gains disadvantage, then immediately repeats the last at will. Ooh, that could possibly take this guy out. Let's see, pass without trace. So you can pass without trace. You can move through enemies or traps for 1 turn. Lightning arrow, 2 damage on a miss. That might be worth doing. Transforms his arrow into an energy before firing it. All monsters adjacent to that monster will take 1, so that would be a waste. Cone of Cold. Attack each monster, so again, bit of a waste. And again. So I'm gonna say we will attack. Right, we did a damage, and let's oh, yes! What did we roll? A 12, and they had terrible, so that worked out perfectly. Let's head out this way. Alright, another one of you guys. We just need to defeat another 2 enemies. So let's move you to here. So Let's just end. And here's our last enemy. Dragon bait's looking a bit worse for wear. So let's use one of our big attacks then. So we have Cone of Cold and Ice Storm. So Artist causes the ring to blast an area with intense cold, or Artist causes the ring to create an ice storm covering a small area. So both of those do 1. Let's go for Ice Storm, because why not? Oh, it only did 1, so it missed. Oh my god, he rolled a 2. Let's not move. We're going to get an encounter, but we don't need 2 enemies. Like, we don't need another enemy. Biting insects. Attack each hero within 1 tile of the active hero. We can take it. And you missed. Dragonbait's turn. We could use a potion of healing on him, but we don't really need to. Fortune smiles on Dragonbait. Sure, let's use one of his dailies. Or his only daily, I should say. You are dead. That's 4. Sure, we'll explore, why not? Ooh, treasure. Now, I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. Just end. No exploration, shattered tree, nothing happens. Oh, you missed anyways. So now, ow, triggered 1 damage. Ooh, he's down to 2. But, go away, potion of healing. We don't need you. We get some treasure. Eyes of minute seeing. The magic lens allows you to see the faintest of details. Reveal all traps on your hero's tile. Cost free. Now, I'm going to not use that because that sounds like it's used and gone upon use. Even though it would be kind of a cool one to use now. So, let's end. No exploration. Each hero takes damage equal to the number of monsters he or she controls. Sure, that's fine. You take 0. And Artist took 1. And now we can finally take this guy out. Ooh. And we have victory. Your treasures. Open chest. We have 4 though, which is not bad, because we got that extra 1. And yes, we get some crafting materials, so we can level up our characters. Iron, quartz, driftwood, copper, cured leather, Zelantar, owlbear leather, and citrine. Not bad. Level up. You've reached level 2. You receive a common chest containing iron and copper. Apparently, Dragonbait was our MVP of this. Yeah, I can see why. So that took 15 minutes. Took a long time, but I was doing a lot of talking and explaining. And yeah, awesome. Back to Matt. And with that, we're into the game proper. So, I'll quickly show off how the crafting works. You need to have specific items. So you can see there, I don't have enough for that. And obviously, the rarer they are, the harder they're going to be to get. Well, we've nearly-ish got enough for that one. So yes, there's lots for you to do. Potions of healing and general info. And you have the same thing for every character. So So basically it does work that you get some little bonuses each time you upgrade the stuff. And as you can see, Dragonbait is the one that keeps this item because it is kept to each one. It doesn't say if it's used, but since it's a ×1, I would say that means that it's used up. And also, yes, you can scrap items to get more of your components. So next time we'll be going here and we'll be checking out the main story. So thanks for checking in for the tutorial, and I hope you're going to keep on with this. And most of all, definitely go and buy this on Steam. The more people who buy it, the more interest it shows, and the more money the company gets, the more stuff they'll make in the future. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to check the description and there'll be a link to the Steam page. And I'll check you in the next one for Tomb of Annihilation. Bye bye.